This Euro 2024 final picks edition of the Euro 2024 Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 325 times your entry with their Pick 8. Sign up with our promo code PLGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code PLGP. We are also brought to you by Rhythm. Build your own betting model using their AI betting engine. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Hey, welcome everybody to the Euro 2024 Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Barry made some new graphics because we love England ringing bars. It's coming home. We are here to preview the Euro 2024 final on Sunday. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is, what do you reckon? Friday, the 12th of July. Final on Sunday, the 14th of July, with Mr. Barry Penaluna. Barry, it's coming home, etc. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm sitting here wafting in all the smells coming from my smoker. So I'm sat in the kitchen. The back door is open. I can see out the window. I've got all the smoke coming up. I've got a big pork shoulder on there. Been smoking since about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'm not even eating it today. It's for tomorrow's dinner. Pulled pork.
I was going to say, is it not for Sunday football?
No, we'll have a barbecue Sunday. But I've got events tomorrow. So I'm making pulled pork for sandwiches. And also I've got a recipe for some pulled pork sausage rolls. So you mix your sausage meat with some smoky pulled pork and a bit of barbecue sauce, some seasonings and stuff, and some nice homemade sausage rolls on the go.
Yeah, very good. Tory Scran update there from Barry Penaluna. We enjoy. Say how quickly I made that banner, Barry. There, the Tory Scran update banner. Pretty good that from me. Good. That's fun. Barry, I've got a little glass of Malbec on the go. Very rare. I reckon this might be the third show in 195 where I've had a little booze on the show, just because I've been to work today, Baz, remarkably. I know. I've been to Sunderland all day. Jesus. I know you're meant to take the piss out of Sunderland if you're from Newcastle, but what a place. The NHS has got its work cut out there. Like, everyone looks knackered. It's like a zombie film. Like, I've seen more people today on mobility scooters wearing vests than you would have thought it was, again, possible to see. So I've been there all afternoon. 4 casino tables, Baz, up 3 flights of zigzag stairs. Absolutely, I'm done in. I was sweating. The sweat was coming through me cap. My bright green cap went dark green. I'm not cut out for that sort of thing, Baz. I'm a luxury item. I'm not cut out for the manual labour. So I then dealt poker all afternoon to a load of really odd people. And now I'm back. I have got the Feminoids football on the telly for some reason, and a little glass of Malbec. And we're going to talk about possibly England winning the old trophy there, Baz. We're not very interested. I think you were claiming at the start to be more interested than you were at the start of the tournament.
Listen, before the tournament started, I was all over England. I thought we had a real good chance. I didn't put them up as a pick. I didn't think they were good value at the prices. They then just sucked the life out of me for weeks and weeks on end. And then I got 45 minutes of enjoyment the other day, and suddenly started to think, I can get behind this. This is something I can get behind. So I will be right up for it on Sunday. Whereas I wasn't up for it going into the semi-final. I was just a bit like, because that's how they've made me feel. But I did feel a little bit better coming out of the last game. But we'll talk about the last game in a bit.
if anyone has got the Feminoids football on, number 10 for Ireland's got her shorts really high, Baz, right up here. Right up there, she's got them. Lee Cattermole style, so yeah, that's fun. Courtney and Patrick were first in the chat. Backus family, how you doing? Callum, Joe Dollar. Joe Dollar, A, likes giving me shit on Twitter, and B, thought this was the tennis podcast. Oh, did he? Hiya, Joe. Chelsea, Harry, Slick Rick. Nice to see you. Pete's Picks, what we got tomorrow? Predicament. Oh, I thought that was the name of a horse, Pete. He's got Spain in the sweep for £500. What would you rather? Kick it out. I'll buy it off you for 400 if you want, Pete. I thought you'd given us a predicament to win by 12 lengths at Chepstow later on tonight or something. Right. The semi-finals were quite good fun, Baz. In terms of football, I enjoyed this. Well, the Spain-France first half was really, really good. 3 goals in the first half, which was unusual. And then all of a sudden, the second half died off a little bit. A little build-up that involved over 1.5 first half goals. But then the French keeper had to make some saves. And the French keeper didn't make any saves in the entire match. He finished on 0 saves. So even though it's like you think Spain were really, really good, didn't actually test the keeper that much. It's just one of those anomalies, I suppose. I think Spain deserved it with a better team. And then on Wednesday night, England fell behind, got level with possibly the worst VAR decision I have ever seen in my life. Holy shit. What an absolute dog shit decision. And then after that, I think they deserved it. It was either a fair enough draw or England were half a goal better than the Dutch. There wasn't much in it at all. The changes paid off. You could say they got lucky, or did they? I mean, I'd rather be lucky than good. And what a great goal for Molly Watkins. What an absolute brilliant finish. Absolute joy to behold. So, enjoyed both of those games, Baz. Decent football all round.
Yeah, and you had some winning picks, which is nice because I can't pick my own nose at the moment. But yeah, good games. And I thought England game, you mentioned the France game sort of fizzled out a bit in the second half. I thought very much the same in England-Netherlands. First game for half was brilliant. I almost got to half-time at 1-1, and it felt like we were winning. It didn't feel like we were drawn because we'd played so well. Or had we played so well, or had we just played better? So suddenly we were thinking, this is really, really good. That's probably what we expected week in, week out in this tournament, and we haven't seen it. I think you're right. We probably just edged it. It was a very dodgy penalty. But second half, as England sort of started to look tired, started to sort of sit back and let Netherlands come on. Netherlands never really carved out a good chance to get back into it, where England obviously did in the end. Delighted for Watkins. As you know, I've been very, very negative on England throughout this tournament. And I like to see the players coming off the bench doing well, because for me, they should be coming on earlier. So you can say that people will say he's got it right. Has he got it right? Or could he have got it right half an hour earlier? Could he have got it right on 60 minutes by bringing Watkins in when Kane was ineffective? Listen, I've got to try and be a bit more positive. It was better and I enjoyed it. And for the first time, I felt like, yes, like it got me interested in England again and got me thinking, yes, we can go do this. Picks for me, absolute garbage once again. Whisker away from me. Aka hitting. I had a shot Aka. I just needed a Gakpo shot on target. He didn't even have a single shot on goal. So that let me down. I took Spain to win in normal time. I can't even remember what my picks were. They were shite. That's all you need to know.
Spain won in normal time.
Spain won. What did I go for? How did I manage to lose? I told you Spain would win, and I've somehow conspired to have a loser. I don't even know what I picked anymore. One loser just blends into another. I went France shots, didn't I?
Oh dear.
And you would think Spain going ahead early on would really help with France shots. France never had a lot of shots either. I think
nothing happened in the second half. It was really weird.
Yeah,
everyone was absolutely eulogising about the first half. Luckily,
so despite the fact I was sat there with me Rioja saying Spain would win and Spain would probably win the tournament, I didn't back them. and they won. And you had a lovely bet. You took the Spain team total, which was nice.
One of my favourite. I mean, the Spain-France game, it was like they played it for me. It was like a benefit. It was like sponsored by Malcolm Bamford, because everything that I suggested came to pass. Spain to win at 13-8. Spain to score 2 goals. 195 shows, Baz. I think that's my favourite pick yet. It was said at the time it was a 4-5 shot, and they landed at 2-1. I gave your boy Yamal. I even said it's unavoidable that Yamal has got the shape on into the far corner. I mean, I'm talking these goals in at this point. And then on the England game, England to score in the second half. That was an arse sniffer of the week. Both teams to score, hit relatively early. I had picks that hit inside 20 minutes both nights. So did really, really well. And was due really, because I haven't done very well this tournament, but a better week this week. I think the only negative for me was it finished off my £1 million picks, Baz. I'm officially done. I am returning no pounds for the £1 million because France were my last live bet. So they're all toast. But
I'm still in with a chance. I have £50,000. Mythical £50,000 for anyone who didn't listen to the £1 million show on Rodri for player of the tournament.
Okay,
you got his second favourite. The fly in the ointment there is Yamal, isn't it? That goal just projected him a little bit. What I did listen to the other day on the radio was Aitor Karanka. Can you remember him?
Yeah.
He was on the radio. He's part of UEFA's technical team now, apparently. He's part of the team who pick the man of the matches, and they'll pick the player of the tournament, young player of the tournament, and the likes. And he was bigging up Rodri before the semi-final, and I thought, oh, this is what I like to hear. He's got some influence, and he's saying Rodri's the main man for Spain. So that I like that. But then Yamal went and scored that goal. So hopefully, well, I say hopefully, because we want England to win. If Spain do win, I've got a sniff of a 33-1 winner with Rodri. And I've still got Kane for top scorer, and if he gets one on Sunday, he could win it outright. So still a slight chance.
Still alive.
Joe
Bamba. Joe, how you doing? Joe doesn't reckon Yamal's going to win. He's going to win the Young Player of the Year. It's called the Golden Boy, which sounds a bit weird. And me and he was obviously in there pitching for that one. And Skrills in the chat. I haven't seen Skrills for a long time. Welcome back, joining us from the curb. Right then, Baz. Yeah, let's get stuck into some picks. I'm going to tell you about some other stuff first. I'm going to tell you about 2 things. The Propcast, getting you ready for the NFL season. Munaf, the Machine Manji, who co-hosts with me on the MLB Gambling Podcast. Check out the merch. They've got episodes dedicated to season-long props and the awards market, plus CJ Sullivan and his road to $10 million on bottom line bombs. Tune in wherever you get your podcasts or the SGPN app. Pick 8 is now live on Underdog Fantasy. I hit my Underdog Fantasy pick for the England game the other night. Shots, Kobe Manu and someone else. Fouls, Kyle Walker and Van Dijk, round about 7-1. So I smashed the Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 325 times your original amount on there. So go and have a look at that. I'm going to put an Underdog lineup out for the game on Sunday night too. Sign up with our code PLGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code PLGP. And finally, Circus Sports is giving away $16 million guaranteed with the Circus Survivor and Circa Millions. The Millions, you pick 5 teams against the spread every week, and you run the NFL Gauntlet in the Survivor to claim the $10 million prize. Sign up in person and use a proxy to play from everywhere. Footballcontestproxy.com with the promo code SGP will save you $50 on that. Right, what we're going to do here is, Baz, we're going to give our outrights. We'll take turns, and then we'll give out our other stuff, player props and ACAs and all that sort of silliness. So, Sunday, 8 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Euro 2024 final between Spain and England. Spain are, little bit of line movement to report, Barry. Spain are 6-4 plus 150. They were 13-8 plus 162. So there's been some money for Spain nipped in 8th of a point. The draw 9-5 plus 180. England 12-5 plus 240. To lift the trophy, Spain 13-18 minus 138, and England 11-10 plus 110. Immediately, Barry, the trap I had was having got everything right on Tuesday and Wednesday. I knew it all, didn't I? I've read these teams to death. I know exactly how they're going to play because I'm an expert for those 48 hours. So you just go booling straight back into the same picks. And I was conscious of not doing that. However, that's exactly what I've done, Barry. Spain were good v France. They were the better team, definitely. Dropped off a little bit in the second half, whether or not that was game management or what. I never got the feeling France were going to equalise. Like Mbappe sort of got in and around a couple of times, but I never really thought they were going to score. I think the form line from the tournament is good. 3-0 against Croatia. Italy, they beat 1-0, but were valued for a lot more. Georgia 4-1. Germany 1-1. I think they were the better team in that game. Germany had to equalise later on. And then a win for France. You can't knock it. As far as patterns go, both teams to score 3 games in a row now for Spain. England, both teams to score 3 games in a row, exactly the same. So there's an angle, and I'm going to come back to that bit later on. They've conceded first 3 games in a row as well. In fact, they're the first team in the history of ever to have come from behind in a last 16 quarter-final and semi-final tie and make it through to the final. So they are making a little bit of history there. In 90 minutes, they've won 2 and drawn 4. And having just gone through that Spain form line, the English form line just isn't as strong. Like I say, 1-2 drawn 4 against weaker opponents. If you want to make a case for England, I think the case would be they are playing better. They've played better in the last 2 games. They're fit and healthy. You've got Shaw back, possibly, to provide a bit of balance on the left-hand side. The options from the bench are working, whichever ones they are, whether it's luck, whether it's judgment. But the options from the bench are working. And they keep finding ways to not get knocked out. And they're all positives. So if you want to make a case for England, that's the case you have to make. What I tried to do here, Baz, you like this. I tried to find a comparison from the Premier League. So if this was a standard Premier League weekend, what Spain v England, what is the comparison here? And I worked it out, Baz. It's Arsenal against West Ham. That's what we've got here on Sunday night. Arsenal, because they're not Man City, Spain, they're not like smashing everyone. They're not sort of bulletproof, but they're good. You know what I mean? They win.
Absolutely batter West Ham.
Well, let me finish my analogy, Baz. Chill out. Arsenal, 9 times out of 10, will beat them. West Ham are functional, they're capable, and they've got the ability to spring the upset. If you remember, Barry, West Ham won at Arsenal over Christmas. Do you remember that? So they're here and say, well, how that ties together, Barry, hand in glove. So Arsenal will beat them a lot. However, West Ham can get themselves organised and throw one up. But if this was Arsenal v West Ham, Arsenal wouldn't be 6-4. Absolutely no chance. Not a hope in hell, Barry. This price for Spain's far too big. I don't know if it's just because we're in this country and we're seeing these prices. That price is life-changing, Barry. Absolutely life-changing. So my first play is going to be Spain in 90 minutes, 6-4 plus 150. My second play, Barry, Jesus, I'm changing my life twice over this week. It's the Spain team total, Baz. Again, 7-4. And the people, man, there's no way. And I made the case last week, and I was right. Spain should not be 7-4 to score twice against anybody. I don't care. I'm naming a different team: England, Germany, Brazil, Argentina. I don't care who they are. To score over 2.5 goals is 6-1, Baz. I'm a big fan of that as well. I think it's just a crazy price. England have conceded first 3 games in a row. So Spain to score first is 5-6, minus 120. I like that. And both teams to score, it's cashed in every knockout game for both teams. 6 out of 6, and it's even money. I don't think you can go against that. I think you just have to blindly play the numbers on that one. So both teams to score at evens. They are my 4 outright plays, Barry. What have you got?
Pretty much the same as you as it happened. I mean, you mentioned Luke Shaw. Do you think Luke Shaw will start this week?
Yes. Well, isn't Trippier a little bit injured?
I don't know. I wasn't aware.
Yeah,
I thought he'd start Trippier again, to be honest.
I
I
think
know everyone
Trippier's
wanted
injured.
Shaw to come on. To be honest, we were better in the first half with Trippier there than we were in the second half with Shaw there. Although I agree with Shaw coming on. It was the right thing to do. But I don't know. I thought if Trippier was fit, just because we've seen him show loyalty over and over again. I think there is somewhere Southgate does need to make a change. And his reluctance to do so is holding us back. And he won't. You keep doing it again and again. You won't learn from it. You continue to make the same boring selection every week. It's becoming predictable, Malcolm, because every week he wears that same beige zip-up polo shirt. And I'm sick of it. He needs to change it. It's got to go. He's got to freshen things up. He must be stinking by now. He's never took it off for 4 weeks.
Think he's only got one?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
No, he's the sort of bloke who'll have 7 exactly the same. His missus,
Yeah,
Mr.
you're probably
Southgate,
right. You're probably right.
all of them.
Come on, do something different, man. But anyway, seriously, back to the game. England into another Euros final under Gareth Southgate. Who would have thought it? Not me, because I backed the Dutch. I backed the Swiss. And I will remind people that I have backed every single England game wrong. I haven't got one right yet. So people will be
basically giving out 6 winners, Baz.
Exactly.
Just using
stage,
the wrong words. You've just used the wrong words, but you've given the audience 6 winners. They just have to be clever about it.
At this point, my handicap is music to the ears of England fans. But I think, as I say, we didn't need extra time this week. That was a bonus. First win inside 90 minutes since the very first game. Spain, on the other hand, have won every game. They needed extra time just the once against Germany, and even that was a really late equaliser for Germany. I think you'd have to say Spain have been the best side of the tournament, and particularly when you look at their route to the final with Italy, Croatia, Germany, France in the knockouts. They've had it far harder than we have. And at the start of the tournament, if you'd put the two teams side by side, I'd say on paper, England were the better team. We've seen we've seen these games won on paper because we've played that strong, what we thought was going to be a really strong team and not look particularly good most of the time. And I think if you look at it now, you would look at the Spain side differently, or I would, as to how I was looking at the start of the tournament. After seeing the likes of Williams and Yamal be able to come in and sort of hit the ground running, Olmo coming in for Pedri's been really good. Rodri's been his usual self. And they've got quality everywhere. Big bonus for Spain this week is Carvajal and Lenormand coming back from suspension. A classic Spanish name there, isn't it? Lenormand for the Spanish. I think he's in the wrong side. And have we got any update on Morata's status after he got wiped out by security?
The steward two-footed him. No, I haven't.
I'm assuming he's going to start. But anyway, on to a bet. And I think it'll surprise absolutely nobody that I'm also going to lean towards Spain. Given that I've opposed England in the last 2 rounds, and there's no doubt this is a tougher challenge for them. The semi-final was better for England, but it wasn't brilliant. It still wasn't brilliant. It was about what we've expected in the first half in particular. Second half, I think we started to look like we ran out of steam again. You talked about that with Spain. I think England started to look tired early on, and we started to get to that point where we were just sitting back. Fortunately, Netherlands weren't able to take advantage of it. England have probably put in about 60 minutes of decent football in the whole tournament, and they're going to have to be better than that on Sunday. They're going to need a full 90 if they're going to beat the Spain side, and I'm just not sure if they've got that. You've mentioned the counter there, really. If you're going to make the case for England, it's the fact that they do keep finding a way, and they do have that momentum and the confidence that comes with it. And what they've been able to do is scrape a win, however it is, whether it's on penalties, a 95th minute equaliser, a 90th minute winner, whatever they do, allows them to just erase the previous 90 minutes of dog shit that we've seen at times and just remove that and ignore the criticism because, hey, we've done it. And that's fine. And that will give them the belief that, those sort of wins will massively boost those teams in terms of that team, in terms of their confidence and stuff going into this. So they'll believe they can do this, absolutely. But I'm in the same position as you, though. I find it difficult to back England because they aren't winning many games in 90. And I just think the price is really, really good for Spain. So come Sunday, I will absolutely be behind England and hope we get it done. But if I'm betting with my head, Spain at 6-4 has to be the pick. I had put my other picks in the next section, but I'll jump to them because I have got Spain's team total over 1.5 at 7-4. It's even through the week again. I think it's worth a go. And I also like the one you mentioned, which is Spain to score in the first half. 5-4.
Yeah, I went Spain to score first. But,
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so Spain to score first half was where I've went. England have conceded 4 goals in the tournament. 3 of them have come in the first half. And Spain have got 7 first half goals already this tournament. So Spain at 5-4 to score in the first half is a good plus money price that I like. I did like. I thought I'd found an angle in on the corners, but the bookies are clearly onto it. I really like the unders on the corners, and then you looked at it. The line is set at 7.5, which is really, really low. But you can understand why when you look at it. England games are averaging just 5 corners per game in this tournament. Spain are slightly higher, around 7 or 8. So yeah, I've got no love for corners in this one, but the low line I think makes it a bit prohibitive. I don't really want to get into backing under 7.5 corners. I was hoping I would see like a 9.5. So I do like the corners to be low, but I think the prices have gone on that. So yeah, that's it. Main picks for me: Spain team total, Spain to score first half.
Nice. Cree joined us in the comments. Cree, how you doing? He's got 6-1 already. Looked at one Spain. We can't advise you hedging out, Cree. That is very much against company policy. We will be hauled in front of HR if we offer that. Let it ride, Cree, is the company motto, as you well know. So stop asking silly questions. We've got a few more picks to give out. I've got some bits and bobs. I'll tell you first about Rhythm. If you're betting on player props, you need to download Rhythm. It's the go-to sports betting tool that transforms complex data into actionable insights, empowering bettors with smarter data-driven decisions. Unlike other platforms, Rhythm combines advanced predictive analytics with an intuitive user experience, making your betting both easy and enjoyable. Rhythm's projections have been red hot for the WNBA and the golf. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. We haven't mentioned my mate, Darwin Núñez, Baz. He had a fun week, didn't he? Went into the crowd and tried to kick shit out of everyone. That was fun.
Yep. Do you want me to respond to that?
I want you to confirm that it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, I did see it. I saw a clip on Twitter earlier today. I don't know what it was all about. I assume his family were in there and he was trying to get...
Conflicting reports. There's people saying he was protecting his family, but people are also saying that they defended him by saying that and he was just being an idiot. But anyway, it's all South American football never changes, as it's always absolutely insane. We probably, if we could have been asked, made some picks on that final, but I haven't watched a single minute of it, so we'll stick to what we know.
Yeah, because I'm
little
well
props. Yeah, it's all right. I've got you, son. One show we might both make somebody. I think the World Cup final, Baz, we both absolutely smashed the daylights out of it, didn't we? Do you remember? We got absolutely everything right. So, as far as international tournament finals go, we are very much 1 for 1. Cards, Barry, the referee. Surprise appointment here. It's everyone thought it was going to be the Italian, that peacock of a man who struts about, but it's not. It's a Frenchman. Under the radar, his name is Francois Letizier, with an X, not like Matt Letizier, the stone cold madman. He's pretty steady away, his old Francois, you know, Baz. He doesn't launch the cards around like confetti. Now, I'm not sure on the card total, because at the end of a game, things can get a little bit fractious, so you're never sure. But, Baz, I think, and I found this bet on Bet365, I don't know what other sites are like, what it's like in America, etc. But the time of the first card, Barry, I'm going after 29 minutes for the time of the first card. He's going to referee this relatively sensibly. I don't think they'll start flagging into each other early on. It's not old school, put one on him. Spain will have the ball. We'll let them have the ball, or we'll have no choice in the matter, frankly. But I think it'll just be steady away. So that's 5-6. Baz minus 120 is the time of the first card after 29 minutes. And I also know who's going to pick up these cards, Barry. I worked that out for everyone as well. The first guilty party is Kyle Walker, who was 3-1. He's been vulnerable all tournament. He gave a foul away. I took him to give over half a foul away against the Dutch. He gave a foul away after 4 seconds. I was over the moon. They kicked off, played it to someone's feet, and Walker just knocked into him from behind. Walker's been all over the place. And even if they play the 5 at the back, you're talking Nico Williams on that side, playing out. And Nico Williams is a proper handful. And at some point, Kyle Walker's going to find himself in a position where he's going to have to yank him down by the shirt tails. So Kyle Walker at 3-1. Declan Rice, 13-5 plus 260. And this is just the pattern of play thing, Baz. The way the two Spanish midfielders play, Rodri, but mainly, what's his name? Ruiz. Is it Fabian Ruiz?
Yeah.
He really drifts into those lines. He gets in some great positions. And again, at some point, Declan Rice is going to discover something's happening behind him that he doesn't like, and he's going to have to bring him down. So Declan Rice 13-5 plus 260. And the final one is Mark Cucurella at 11-5 plus 220, because he's an absolute fucking idiot. I tell you what, he's the luckiest player in this tournament. How he gets a game. He plays like he's 4 years old. Just running about. I'm going to run over here. I'm going to kick him. I'm going to run over here and throw myself and slide, and we're going to kick him. He's just an absolute nutcase. I do not know how he gets a game. He's just so that's an idiot for a yellow card at 11-5 plus 220 pass. Goal, bracket, or assist is that man Fabian Ruiz. Now, I had to ask Bob who he played for the other night. And Bob told me that he played for PSG. And I can't remember him seeing him when we played them a couple of times. So maybe he was injurized or something. But he's been absolutely magnificent. He's been an absolute Rolls Royce, Barry. I've really enjoyed watching him play. And he just arrives in positions. You think, where did he come from? He's absolutely everywhere. He picks up some great positions. He got the goal against Germany. He arrives late in the box. He gets the wrong side. He joins up with Morata. He does little bits of everything. A goal or assist for Fabian Ruiz is 5-2 plus 250. And I'm going to stick with Ruiz for player of the match, Barry. He's been so good, honestly. I've got a little man crush on him. I think he's been brilliant. He's 12-1 for player of the match. And if he does get a goal or assist, amongst other things, he's going to be very, very live in the POTM market. So I'll take Ruiz, 12-1, player of the match. And that, Baz, is all of my picks.
Well, that's good. I've gone a little bit different because I've also worked out who's going to get the yellow cards. And they're 3 completely different players to the 3 that you've got.
We parlay all of these.
But what I've got is 3 bet builders at 3 different levels. We're going up the levels here. So I'm going to start off with a bet builder, which is a very simple one. It's Phil Foden to have a shot on target and Olmo to have a shot on target. So nice. Foden through the middle, I just think looked a lot better the other day. He had 2 shots on target, a few shots on goal. Olmo has had 6 shots on target in the last 3 games. So he's had at least 1 in each of their knockout games. 9-4 for Foden and Olmo, 1 shot on target each. Then I'm going to jump up a bit. 12-1 bet builder for you here. I'm going to go with Yamal, Ruiz, and Harry Kane over 1.5 shots on goal. Yamal and Kane over 0.5 shots on target. And then we'll finish off with Declan Rice and Kobbie Mainoo over 1.5 tackles each. That comes in at 12-1. So a few different things, plenty to tick off your little bingo sheet as you go, and we'll hit that at 12-1. And then we're going to finish off with the long shots, 55-1 treble on the cards, with far less analysis than you put into your cards play. I'm going to go for Jude Bellingham, Rodri, and Mark Gahey at 55-1, all to get carded. I mean, 2 of them have already had a suspension for a yellow card in the tournament. Rodri's been booked 3 times and served a suspension. Gahey got booked twice, served a suspension. Bellingham only didn't get a suspension because the card in the semi-final doesn't affect the final anymore. So he's picked up 2. Bellingham's a stroppy bugger. If it's not going our way, he'll get one. So yeah, Bellingham, Rodri, Gahey, all to get a yellow card, 55-1. And that.
Well, it's 55 to 1 shot, Spaz. If you'd said to me, like, what price are they? It just doesn't sound like a 55 to 1 shot. It sounds like a 16 to 1 shot. It's absolutely outstanding. I love that, Baz. I'll get involved in that. Well, I think we're done. Where are you watching the game, Baz? Are you going in? Going out, stopping in?
I think I'll be stopping in, watch it with the kids. Are you going out? Are you doing anything special for it?
No. Again, I'm not asked. I would quite happily sit here. We watched it at my mate's house with the kids. It's basically so the kids can watch it together. Sort of something for them. And obviously the women are interested as well, aren't they now? So they all want to watch it.
Yeah.
So
for me, like you, in the past, I would have been out with mates in a bar somewhere where there's a bit of atmosphere and whatever. And this year, I just haven't had the same enthusiasm for it. The other thing for me is I've got to drive up to Mansfield, which is about an hour away, pick up Chloe at 5 o'clock. She's finishing off a referee's course. So I'll not be home till about 6 o'clock anyway. So I'll come home, fire up the barbecue. We'll have a few lumps of meat, and I'll open a bottle of wine and sit and watch it in the comfort of my own home.
I can't wait for is she going to start refereeing games next season, or what? Or is she just doing the course?
Yeah, I should hopefully be refereeing games in the next couple of weeks.
I can't wait for it. This is going to be a nice thread for the next few weeks. Stories from Chloe's officiating, Baz. I'm really looking forward to. I want to see. I want her to be throwing the cards around. I want to be a really demonstrative South American type.
We were talking, saying about cards. I was saying, you're going to have to go buy a whistle and a yellow card and red card and all of that sort of stuff. She went, oh, yeah. She went, I've never seen anyone give a yellow card out in our games. She had, because she had a school game the other week where a ref was throwing them around. But yeah, she's telling us she's going to be throwing them around all the time. She's not standing for anything. Yeah. She says, I don't care how lenient everybody else is. If you talk to me out of turn, I'm going to give you a yellow card. She won't do it. She'll all talk, man.
We'll see. Yeah, that's something to work on. Well, wherever you're watching it, enjoy it. Everyone who
you got anything else happening this weekend, Malcolm?
I don't think so. You said that like you know something I don't know.
No, I've got stuff going on tomorrow, which I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to the Bingham Festival, B-Fest. It's the big Bingham Festival. So the highlight of the social calendar in Bingham is B-Fest. So starts at midday with Harry Styled is the Harry Styles tribute act for the young'uns. And then we go through the day. We've got a beautiful South tribute act. We've got
very good.
Stevie Wonder. The main act, the headline is U2. We've got a band called the Moderators who play all your ska music and that sort of stuff. Yeah. The Electromantics, a bit of 80s electro pop stuff.
Right,
so a bit of everything. So good day on the Bingham calendar. Weather looks dry, so we'll turn up there with our picnic, which is why the pulled pork is roasting at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
And then have a skinful, and then have to drive to Mansfield at 8 o'clock the next morning.
That sounds very good, Barry. I quite like it. I look forward to my invite to B-Fest next year. All those bands sound right up my alley. I do like a good tribute band name. Listen, when you see a poster for something like B-Fest, where there's like 70 different tribute band names on there, it's always good fun going through them. No, I'm doing absolutely fuck all, but I'm going to drink this Malbec, lie in bed till dinner time, watch the racing, go back to bed, get up, watch the racing, and then watch the football. That'll do, won't it? Don't want to overface myself, Baz. So yeah, I've been working today, remember, up and down those stairs. Right, should we say bye? Is there anything else?
That's all from me. Let's have some winners.
That's all from Barry. Everyone who joined us, appreciate it. Enjoy the game. All our listeners, it's been fun. I think. I don't know. Do we have a Euro 2024 like wind down show, Baz, at the end, or what? Or is this the end of it?
We'll put something out. What else are we going to cover next week? I'm sure we can find something. There might be some more women's qualifiers or something like that.
But it's only about 28 days till the Football League starts again, Baz. So we'll be onto the previews before you know it. So there you go.
We'll have a wrap-up show on Monday, Tuesday.
Yes, well, hopefully The next time we talk, we'll all be European champions. That's what's going on there. Thanks, everybody. Good luck with your bets. Go steady. We will see you all down the road. Cheers.